Ladies and gentlemen, what is up everybody? Welcome to GNR Frank, and today we're going to be talking about controllers, premium controllers. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so let's go ahead and open up the box and see what comes inside of the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. As usual, compared to the last one, this is some very nice packaging that we got here, right? It does come included with a hard carrying case. I'll put that off to the side for a moment here. You're going to want to lift this up, grab the thing from the bottom, throw that inside of the way, and inside of this little guy, you've got the USB-C charging cable. Cool. Okay, and now inside of the carrying case, we have the controller. Ta-da! And now this little guy right here is an absolute piece of beauty. It is a piece of art. Just look at it. We've got rubber grips here on the front, rubber grips here on the back. We've got our paddles right here. Okay, our trigger switches. Right, this awesome little D-pad they've got right here going for us. Our analog sticks, bumpers. Everything is here pretty normal, but you're gonna notice one difference. There's no battery compartment. And that's because the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller has a rechargeable lithium-ion battery already built into it. Inside of the case, we've also got some extra analog sticks right here. We've got the actual we have a conventional D-pad right here. And what's really freaking cool is that it comes with a charging dock. So you plug in your USB-C cable right there to the tippy top, and you can charge your controller right here. Or if you're feeling extra spicy, you can actually leave the dock in there, put the controller in here, right? You keep your case all nice and closed, and you're able to plug your controller into this little hole right there, So it leaves your controller nice and protected, and you're able to continue charging it while it's there too. Pretty cool stuff, right? Now that we've taken a look at the inside of the packaging and what the contents are, let's go ahead and talk about some of the features that the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller has. Number one is we have programmable layouts, okay? So obviously you can remap the buttons to be any input that you want. I can make the A button be Y, I can make the B button be X, I can make the Y button be A. I get to pick what my paddles on the back are, right? So what I do right now is I have them mapped to mimic the buttons at the front, right? But you can actually select multiple layouts. So you can do up to 3, and then you hit this button in the middle to alternate between the 3 layouts that you have. You do have an included different sets of analog sticks right over here for your liking. I think we've got the standard Xbox One analog sticks. I believe the ones all the way here to the left are very similar to the Xbox 360 ones. And then we have one concave and one convex analog stick as well. They ranging from different heights. We have our 2 options right here for our D-pad. And then you got this little guy. And this little guy right here is what I think to be probably the best feature that this controller has. So the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller has a feature that allows you to adjust the tension of the analog sticks. Okay, suppose that you get them out of the box like I did and you find that they were way too loose. Well, you take this guy, we'll call it a key, and you simply put it right here in the middle and you turn. And when you hear a click or when you feel a click, you stop. So the controller has 3 different preset tension levels. I don't know which one I picked. All I know is that when I got the controller and I opened it up, the analogs were way too loose for my liking. So I went ahead and adjusted the tension over to the right one time clockwise. And you're able to do that for both analog sticks. So maybe you want a looser left analog so you can look, I guess, in a faster manner, and you want a tighter right analog stick for more refined aiming. That would be something that you could potentially do with this controller that you couldn't do with the Series 1, if I remember correctly. Programmable paddles in the back. Okay, we do have our trigger switches right here, so basically if we lock them in all the way down, you're able to basically input a trigger command much sooner, as opposed to having travel all the way down like this one on the right hand side. This is just a quick little tap and it registers that command. I'm able to ADS much faster, and I'm able to do faster shooting because the amount of time that I spend inputting this command all the way down till it registers is more than when I turn the trigger locks on and now it's just a quick little tap. Let's go ahead and move on and talk about the actual controller its feel, and its performance. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, when we talk about the feel and the performance of the Xbox Elite Series 2 controller, I gotta tell you, it is, first and foremost, it is an incredibly comfortable controller. It has the perfect amount of weight on it. I mean, it's hefty, don't get me wrong, but it's never too hefty, it's never too heavy, and it's never too light. It is literally perfect. It sits perfectly in my hands. The other cool thing I want to talk about and point out here is the placement of the paddles is perfect. I don't recall them being this perfect in the first series, but in the Series 2 version, they're perfect. That or they haven't changed one bit and I'm just crazy. But what I have found now is that when you grip the controller naturally like you would in any other sense, your tall man finger is long enough to reach both the back paddles and the front paddles. So I'm able to use my back part of my finger right here and hit the back part, and then the front part of my finger, the tip, to hit this paddle here. And so just resting my controller in my hand and playing these games has been great. I've played games like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Warzone, Destiny 2, Borderlands 3, Dark Souls 3. So with Call of Duty, I turned aim assist off, okay, and I played with the Elite controller, and I was absolutely hot garbage in playing that game with this controller. Now, I play Call of Duty on PC, and so after playing for so long with mouse and keyboard, it's really hard to transition back to a controller. Especially when you're playing against other players with mouse and keyboard, it's a little different for me. So I didn't have too much of a great experience performance-wise as far as gameplay goes. But what was nice about playing Call of Duty with the Elite controller is that I'm able to access all of my little, I guess, actions rather quickly without having to take my hands off the joysticks, okay? So I'm able to completely stay mobile while reloading, jumping, crouching, sliding, and swapping weapons if necessary. The same exact thing happened to me when I played Destiny 2. Just for shits and giggles, I reinstalled Destiny 2 on Steam to try it out with the Elite controller, and y'all, like, such a great experience playing that game with this controller for the same exact reasons as Call of Duty. All the little actions that I had that I could do on the side, like reloading, swapping weapons, jumping, dodging, ducking, and sliding, I no longer had to remove my thumbs off of the analogs to do that. I could constantly stay mobile and active in a game where you kind of have to, especially when you're doing PvE and or PvP. The same exact thing happened for me with Borderlands, a very nice and seamless experience, and Dark Souls 3 felt normal. Okay, so there was nothing, once again, the accessibility and the ability to use the paddles for the face buttons instead is a phenomenal thing. It makes gameplay a lot better. It makes it a lot more seamless. The real winning feature of this controller, y'all, is the ability to adjust the tension on the analog sticks. That feature to me is what makes this controller worth every single freaking penny, which, by the way, this controller costs $179.99. Okay, the fact that I can just remove these analogs, put the key in here, and adjust the tension of the controller. It's got 3 presets, okay? To my liking, makes it it's incredible. I've never ever had the ability to do that before. So for those of us who play first-person shooters, maybe we want less tension on our left analog because that's the analog that we use to kind of look around, to move around, right? So we want to be able to move around quickly and freely, but then maybe we want more tension on our right analog stick because this is the stick that we use to aim. And so the tighter the tension, the more refined the aiming will be. At $179.99, I gotta tell you, although it is a very steep price, this is a premium controller in every single aspect. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you now, like, one thing that I'm very happy that they did at this price point, it's a rechargeable battery. If we paid $150 for the first version of this controller and still had to use batteries. Now we're paying $180. We have a lot of the same bells and whistles. If this is something that can fall within your budget, get it. It is a phenomenal controller. You don't have to be somebody aspiring to play as a pro player. You're just gonna love it because, my God, this controller feels great. If this is not within your budget and you want to go for something like the Fusion Pro controller that I reviewed some time ago, yeah, that controller is going to be a decent alternative. But honestly, if you gave me both right now and I had to pick one, I would pick this one for multiple reasons. But primarily, honestly, and the reason why I even got rid of my Fusion Pro controller is because that one was wired and this is wireless. The Fusion Pro controller does a lot of things right that this controller also does right, but this controller has some features, mainly the analog tension adjustments, that I can't. It's incredible. It's awesome. Get it. If you can, if you've been wondering to get it, if you've been thinking about getting it, get it. That's all I can tell y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for hanging out once again with us today. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope you found this information helpful. Everybody who's been a part of this journey, who's been subscribed to the channel, been supportive of all the content for some time now. Thank you so much once again. Always thankful for everyone, each and every one of you. And those of you who are just now joining the channel, just now joining the community, or maybe you haven't even joined, maybe you haven't hit the subscribe button, maybe you haven't liked the channel, liked any of the videos, that's perfectly fine. If you do like what you see, go ahead and do so. Hang out, right? I do stream from time to time. Everybody's welcome to my streams. We have a great time. You can watch me fail terribly at PUBG or do fairly decent at some other games. Either way, thank each and every one of you for everything. I am incredibly appreciative of each and every one of y'all's support. That being said, it is a crazy world out there, so please be good to yourself, be good to one another, wear your face masks, sanitize your damn hands, and I'll catch y'all later. Take care.